Okay, let's take a look at the Geometry Chapter 1 review, or the College Prep Geometry Chapter 1 review, and go over the answers. The first section, remember, was patterns, so we wanted to look at the examples given and see if we could come up with the next number in the pattern. So the next number in this sequence, hopefully you recognize it as the Fibonacci series. I think we talked about it one day in class, and so this value is 13. The next sequence, you have a circle, a rectangle, a diamond, isosceles trapezoid, and then a circle. So the next element would be a triangle. Number 3, the next term of this sequence, A, E, I, O, would be U. The next term of the sequence 3, 9, 27, and 81, so you're multiplying each term by 3 to get the next term. So this would be 243. Next one's just a little tougher, and it actually is x cubed. So 1 cubed is 1, 2 cubed is 8, 3 cubed is 27, 4 cubed is 64, and 5 cubed is 125. Next, we want to look at 6 and 7, lines and planes. So you're looking for the intersection of A, B, F, E, and E, F, G, H. They intersect in this line, E, F. So they intersect in the line E, F. And then we have lines A, B, and C, G, and they are skew lines. Remember, skew lines happen in three-dimensional space. They are non-parallel, non-intersecting lines. Okay, number 8. What I'm really looking for is, can you identify that this is a segment? And then do you know the correct notation, A, B, with a line over it? The second one is a ray, and the notation for this is C, D. Let me go back to segment for a minute. Remember, you could also write that as BA. So either of those are correct. With array, however, the end point is the initial point and must be represented with that letter. The last one is a line, and that is represented either AB with arrows on the end, meaning it continues in both directions, or BA, again, arrows on both ends. Number 9 asks you to describe the relationship between those two equations. Are they parallel, perpendicular, or neither? Remember, in the equation y equals mx plus b, m represents the slope, and two lines are parallel if they have the same slope. Since both of these equations have a slope of 2, so here m equals 2, and here m equals 2, they are parallel. In number 10, you're asked to describe the relationship between these two lines. Are they parallel, perpendicular, or neither? Again, we're looking at that slope, m. So for the first equation, m is equal to 4. For the second equation, it is equal to negative 1/4. These are opposite reciprocals. Because they are opposite reciprocals, it is perpendicular. We'll abbreviate that. The notation for perpendicular is this upside down T. They are perpendicular, and the notation is an upside down T. Number 11 asks you to name a pair of parallel planes. I'll list all three so that you can see that. The first is BFGC is parallel to AEHD. Now remember, if you wish, you only need 3 letters. You don't have to write all 4. I just chose to write the letters of those particular polygons. Okay, we also have then BFEA is parallel to CGHD. That's a C. And then the final one, BCDA, is parallel to FGHE. Let's take a look at number 12. Remember, labeling the picture will help you solve the problem. So I encourage you to do that. Don't just guess, there's no reason for that. So when I look at this angle, it says that I'm given that ABC is this angle, is equal to 6x minus 3. And then angle CBD, this angle is 2x plus 5. If you notice in this little corner, there's a right angle. That means that that is 90 degrees. That's a right angle. So my equation would be 6x minus 3 plus 2x plus 5 equals 90. They are complementary angles. Combine like terms, I have 8x and then plus 2 equals 90. So 8x plus 2 minus 2 equals 90 minus 2. Okay, notice I'm subtracting the same quantity from both sides. On the left, they'll cancel. I will get 8x, sorry, that's minus, is equal to 88. So x is equal to 11. Then the measures of the 3 angles. So the measure of angle ABC is equal to 6 times 11 minus 3, or 63. The measure of angle CBD is equal to 2 times 11 plus 5, so that's 27. And of course we know that the measure of ABD is 90. Okay, the next questions aren't quite as nice because they don't give you the picture. You have to actually draw the picture. So a key part, and you can use a highlighter on the test if you wish, is to understand what the vocabulary says. Given ray AB bisects. Remember that word bisects means divides into 2 equal angles. Okay, so AB bisects angle CAT. So start with angle CAT. And then draw in ray AB. So there's B. It bisects, so you know those are congruent, and you can go ahead and mark those. Then label what you know. Angle CAB is 4x plus 7. Angle BAT is 6x minus 5. Well, these markings tell you they're congruent, therefore their measures are equal, so you can set them equal to each other. 4x plus 7 is equal to 6x minus 5, and then solve for x. So 4x minus 4x plus 7 equals 6x minus 4x minus 5. They cancel, so 7 is equal to 2x minus 5. Add the 5 to both sides, and you're going to get 7 plus 5 is equal to 2x minus 5 plus 5. They cancel, and you have 12 is equal to 2x, so x is equal to 6. Then it asks you for the measure of angle CAT, which is the whole measure. You could actually just find the measure of angle CAB, which is 4 times 6 plus 7, 31, and double that, and you would have the measure of angle CAT is 62 degrees for number 13. Number 14, here you're given an angle, DOG, and T is on the interior. That means it's inside. We don't know where. We don't know that it bisects, so don't think that it does. DOG, or the measure of DOT, is 48 degrees. DOG is 75 degrees, and we are looking for this measure, TOG. So we have 75 minus 48, so therefore the measure of angle TOG is equal to 27 degrees. Okay, number 15 says given E is the midpoint of TN. So draw your line TN. E is the midpoint. You know if it's the midpoint, then that TE is equal to EN. TE is equal to EN. Then you're told that the length of TN, so the whole length is 8x minus 12, and TE is 3x plus 4. But TE and EN are equal, therefore EN is also 3x plus 4. So now you can set up your equation because TE plus EN equals TN. 3x plus 4 plus 3x plus 4 is equal to 8x minus 12. Combine like terms, you have 6x plus 8 is equal to 8x minus 12. When you subtract 6x from both sides, you will have 8 is equal to 2x minus 12. When you add 12 to both sides, you will get that 2x is equal to 20, therefore x is equal to 10. If you substitute that back in, you will get that the measure of TE, remember that's equal to EN, is equal to 34, and then TN is equal to 68. Okay, number 16 tells you that angle DAB and angle ABC are supplementary. Supplementary, remember, indicates that their sum is 180. So you can draw the line if you want, you don't have to. So I have this B right here, so D, B, A, and A, B, C. Label your picture. ABC is 5x plus 12, and DBA is 7x minus 12. But because it says they're supplementary, we know the sum is 180, so therefore 7x minus 12 plus 5x plus 12 equals 180. Combine like terms. I have 7 and 5 is 12x minus 12 plus 12. So they cancel. So 12x equals 180. Divide by 12. X is equal to 15. Substitute those back in and you will get the measure of angle DBA is equal to 7 times 15 plus 12, which is 93 degrees. The measure of angle ABC is equal to 5 times 15 plus 12, which is 87 degrees. Then you're asked to define the following angles. An acute angle is an angle whose measure is less than 90 degrees. An obtuse angle is an angle whose measure is between 90 and 180. A straight angle is an angle whose measure is 180 degrees. And finally, a right angle is an angle whose measure is 90 degrees. Okay. Number 18 says if angle 1 and angle 2 are complementary, then the measure of angle 1 plus the measure of angle 2 equals 90 degrees. Remember that word complementary, 90 degrees. Number 19 says use the following figure. What is the relationship between the measure of angle MNO, this angle, and PNQ, this angle? Remember, they are vertical angles. They are vertical angles. So those two would be congruent, and then those two would also be congruent. Number 20 says if angle 1 and angle 2 are supplementary this time, then the measure of angle 1 plus the measure of angle 2 equals 180 degrees. Remember, supplementary means 180 degrees. Number 21, if ray BD is the angle bisector of this angle ABC, as soon as you see angle bisector, you should go ahead and mark that picture. Then you know that angle ABD is congruent to angle DBC. Okay. Now I think on your copy I added some letters to this picture because I thought it was a little ambiguous without them. So let me add the letters to my picture. I labeled this A, B, C, and D. And this is A, B, this is A, D, and this is C, B. Okay, so hopefully you looked at this picture and you see that when you look at this, if I add AD and CB, it's a little too long because it actually overlaps. That overlap is this segment CD. So if I add AD plus CB and I subtract CD, that will give me the length AB. Okay, that will give me that length AB. So I can go ahead, once I see that, and make those substitutions. AD is 7x plus 1. CB is 6x. CD, in parentheses, is 2x minus 1. And AB is 10x plus 7. So now, remember to put this in parentheses because you are subtracting that quantity and you have to distribute that negative sign inside those parentheses. So you will have 7x plus 1 plus 6x minus 2x plus 1 equals 10x plus 7. When you combine like terms, 7 and 6 is 13, minus 2 becomes 11x, and then 1 plus 1 would be plus 2 equals 10x plus 7. Subtract the 10 from both sides. Okay, we're going to subtract that 10x, and I'm going to get that x plus 2 is equal to 7. Subtract the 2 from both sides, and x is equal to 2. Therefore, the length of each segment, starting with CD, is equal to 2 times 5 minus 1, which is 9. Then the length of AB is equal to 10 times 5 plus 7, which is 57. AD is then 7 times 5 plus 1. 7 times 5 is 35 plus 1 is 36. And then CB, 6 times 5, which would be 30. 6 times 5, which would be 30. Okay, let me try to draw a line here so we don't get confused with our problems. Okay, the next one, 23, says find the value of x, then the measure of AB, BC, and AC. When you see that, that should indicate that you're talking about a line segment. So it says A, B, and C are collinear. So there's A, there's B, and there's C. And I'm on purpose making it not look like it's a midpoint because I have no information to say that it is. All I know is B is between A and C. AB is 2x plus 1, BC is 4x minus 6, and AC is 5x plus 1. This is segment addition. Okay, AB plus BC is equal to AC. AB is 2x plus 1, BC is 4x minus 6, and AC is 5x plus 1. So on the left-hand side, I'm going to go ahead and combine like terms. I have 2x plus 4x, which gives me 6x. 1 minus 6, which gives me minus 5, equal to 5x plus 1. Again, I'm going to solve for x by subtracting 5x from both sides. So x minus 5 is equal to 1, and then I'll add 5 to both sides, and I'll get that x is equal to 6. Then I'll substitute that back in, and I will find the length of AB is equal to 13, BC is equal to 18, and AC is equal to 31. I know I'm moving quickly, but I don't want this to go on forever. And there's a lot of problems here. Okay, let's move on. We are now looking at D, E, and F are collinear. So there's D, E, and F. E is between D and F such that DE and EF are congruent. Therefore, they are equal. DE, then I'm going to have label that DE is 5x minus 3. DF is 8x plus 2. Because they're equal, in order to solve this, that's exactly what I'm going to do. Set them equal to each other. 5x minus 3 is equal to 8x plus 2. Subtract the 5x from both sides. Minus 3 is equal to 3x plus 2. I must have an error on this one. What did I do? Oh no, I labeled it incorrectly. Oh, I have to start over. Look at that. See, if something like that happens and you're going to get a negative number, you should quickly say something's wrong. And I realized something was wrong, and it's because I mislabeled my picture. I assumed something that was wrong. So let's relabel the picture and start all over again. So DE is 5x minus 3. DF is this whole length with this 8x plus 2. So now, because DE and EF are congruent, I'm going to label this 5x minus 3. Much better. So I have 5x minus 3 plus 5x minus 3 is equal to 8x plus 2. Combine like terms on the left-hand side. I'm going to get 10x minus 6 is equal to 8x plus 2. Subtract the 8x from both sides, and I will have minus 6 or 10, let's see, 2x. Holy cow, it's lunchtime. 2x minus 6. So I have 2x minus 6 is equal to 2, add 6. 2x is equal to 8, so x is equal to 4. And then you can find the lengths of those segments by substituting that in. DE is equal to EF. Therefore, 5 times 4 is 20 minus 3, they are 17, and then DF is 34. Number 25 is you're asked to find the midpoint of DG. Now I've put the graph there in case you want to use it. You don't have to use it. You can if you wish to. So I'll go ahead and put this 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. So there's my point D. My point G is at 10, 7 right here. And so I'm looking for the midpoint of this line. Midpoint formula, remember, is x1 plus x2 over 2 and y1 plus y2 over 2. So I have 3 plus 10 over 2 and minus 4 plus 7 over 2. That gives me 13 halves and 3 halves as the midpoint. You can write that as 6.5 and 1.5 if you want to, or you can leave it as an improper fraction. The next is, it's actually the same line, so I'm not going to draw that line again. You're asked to find the length of that line. Remember, the length will be in units. Midpoint is always an ordered pair XY. Okay, so 26 AB is equal to the square root of 3 minus 10 squared plus minus 4 minus 7 squared. So I have minus 7 squared and minus 11 squared. I'm going to take the square root of that. So 49 plus 121, square root of that. So I have the square root of 170. And you can leave that, or you can get decimal approximation. Either would be correct. Number 27, again, you can graph this if you want. I have A at minus 4, 2. And This is kind of hard to see, so I'm just going to approximate that there. And M is at 7, 8, about right there. So this is the midpoint, and I need to find the point B. I want the coordinates of that point B when in looking at the segment AB. The easiest way, I think, to look at this is to say my point A is at -4, 2. My point M is at 7, 8. And my point B is what I'm looking for. So I'll ask myself, how does the line change horizontally from A to M? And it changes by 11 units. Therefore, it will change by 11 units from M to B, making this 18. Same question for the y coordinates. How does it change from A to M? Vertically, it adds 6. So from M to B, it will add 6, and that will be at 14. And I really do believe that that is the easiest way to calculate that. 28 says find the length of AB when A is at -5, -3, and the midpoint of AB is at 4, 7. And this is one that just requires you to think a little bit. If you know that A is at -5, -3, and M is at 4, 7, so that's A, that's M. This is half the line. A, B. So in order to get the whole line, you're just going to use the distance formula to find AM, -5 -4 squared, plus -3 -7 squared. I get -9 squared plus -10 squared. I have 81 plus 100. So I have the square root of 181. Now remember, that's half the line. That's AM. Therefore, AB is just 2 times the square root of 181. So that one's just tricky in that it makes you think about the fact that you only have half the line, not the whole line. Sorry this is going so long. This was a long worksheet. Find the length AM, where M is the midpoint of AB, when A is at -4, 3, and B is at 5, 7. Two ways to do this. One, just find the length of AB and divide by 2. So that's going to be -4 -5 squared plus -3 -7 squared. So again, this is just like the previous problem. In the interest of time, I'm going to skip ahead. That's 81. That's 100. So AB is the square root of 181. So all I have to do to find AM, divide by 2. Just divide that by 2. And you'll have AM. Number 30, find the area of a square with side lengths of 12. Side lengths of 12, it's a square, so the area is equal to side squared. 12 squared, 144. 31 says a garden has a length of 15 feet and a width of 10 feet. A 2-foot pathway will surround this garden. 2-foot pathway. And it says how much fencing is required to enclose the garden and the path. What you need to realize is you have to add 2 feet here, 2 feet here, so the side is 17. 2 feet here, 2 feet here, so this side becomes 12. Remember, perimeter is 2 times the length, 17 plus 2 times the width, 12. So 34 plus 24, which is, let's see, Did I do that correctly? No, I did not. I am sorry. That is 19 and that is 14. See, I'm hurrying and that's not working out. So I'm going to back up and do it again and slow down. Okay, I have my garden and I have my path. This is 10. I'm adding 2 feet here, 2 feet here. Therefore, this is 14. I'm adding 2 feet here, 2 feet here. Therefore, this is 19. So my perimeter is equal to 2 times 14 plus 2 times 19, which is 28 plus 38, 66 feet. 32, find the area of a circle if the circumference is 24 pi. Remember, circumference is equal to 2 pi r. Area is equal to pi r squared. So if you have the circumference, you set that value equal to the formula, 24 pi. So I have 24 pi is equal to 2 pi r. Solve this for r. Divide both sides by 2 pi. And you will get that r is equal to 12. Take the radius and substitute it into the formula for area. So pi times 12 squared gives you 144 pi units squared. Number 33, I think I added a picture of this for you as well. You have a swimming pool. It has a diameter of 24, and then it has a 4-foot walkway around it. So there's 4 feet here. And it says, what is the area of the walkway? So we have to find the area. We have to get the radius of the pool. The radius is 12. The radius of the pool plus the walkway is 14. So we're going to find the area of the large circle, pi r squared, which is 196 pi. Then we're going to find the area of the smaller circle, which is the swimming pool, and that's pi times 12 squared, which is 144 pi. And to find the area of the walkway, we will just subtract. We'll just subtract that 196. Oh no, that was plus 4. Ah, I am so sorry. I'm almost finished. This should have been 16. And that one really was 12. So this should have been 16 because I have to add 4 onto 12. Gives me 256 pi. And this is 12, which is 144 pi. And then you'll subtract those. So 256 pi minus 144 pi should give me an area of 112 pi. You can leave that in terms of pi. You don't have to multiply that through. Okay, only 2 more and then we will be finished with this. 34, find the area and the perimeter of a rectangle with side lengths of 2a plus 3b and a plus 2b. So the perimeter, remember, is 2 times the length, a plus 2b, plus 2 times the width, 2a plus 3b. So this becomes 2a plus 4b plus 4a plus 6b. And then you can combine like terms, and you should get that that is 6a plus 10b. So 6a plus 10b for the perimeter. The area then is base times height, 2a plus 3b times a plus 2b. FOIL, don't forget to FOIL. First, 2a times a gives me 2a squared. 2a times 2b gives me plus 4ab. Then 3b times a gives me 3ab. And finally, 3b times 2b gives me 6b squared. So I have 2a squared plus 7ab plus 6b squared. And finally, the last one, the perimeter and area of a square with side lengths of 3, 2b. So the perimeter, you have 4 side lengths and they are all the same. So 4 times 3a over 2b becomes 12a over 2b. You can reduce that. 12 divided by 2 is 6, so 6a over b. Then the area is equal to side squared, 3a over 2b squared. Remember that's 3a over 2b times 3a over 2b. When you multiply fractions, you multiply numerators together. So 3a times 3a is 9a squared. And then you multiply denominators together. 2b times 2b is 4b squared. And that is the end of this review sheet. I know it's long, and I hope that you just fast forward through the parts that you didn't need to watch and only really focused on those that you needed. Have a nice evening. I'll see you tomorrow. Study hard for the test. Good night.